Hey guys, and for today's video, I decided to do another sit down talky video just because that's what I like to do. My drawers open. I decided to go through my 5 top tips for relaxing, and not just throw that bubble away, not just to relax, but to relieve stress, to relieve anxiety and things like that, because I just thought it would be a nice idea to share tips. I know I'm always looking for tips on ways to relieve stress and to relax and just to go somewhere else for a while. I decided to tell you my personal 5 top tips on how I like to try to relax. It doesn't always work, I will be honest, because my brain doesn't quite work the same as everybody else's, but they sort of help a little bit. So number 1 is, what should number 1 be? Number 1 is to read a book, and this can be any book you want to read. I personally like to read like a favourite book if I'm feeling really stressed and I just don't think my brain can cope anymore. I like to hunt out one of my favourite books and just sit for a couple of hours and do nothing but read. And if you're not much into reading audiobooks, I personally can't do audiobooks, my brain doesn't shut off enough for that. But audiobooks will work exactly the same if you prefer audiobooks over reading. There is nothing more relaxing to me than being able to sit down with a book, a cup of tea, and just be somewhere else for however long that I am reading for. I think it's a really good way to forget about your life just for a little while, to get away from all the day-to-day stresses of everything and just be somewhere else and just be concentrated on this one thing. It is a definite 100% my top tip for relaxing and relieving stress. I love it. I actually read a book yesterday in a day because things have been a bit difficult lately and I just needed a day just to do nothing. So I made sure I had the whole day clear and I sat pretty much all day and just read, and I woke up this morning and feel much calmer. I say that like it's not true because I still feel crazy stressed, but I feel better than I did yesterday. Tip 2 is kind of on the same page. That's like really corny but made me laugh. It's kind of on the same page as reading a book, but instead of reading a book, listen to music. Now I know this isn't the same again for everybody. This video is just more my personal things about how I can de-stress. Listening to music to me is like whew, stress just dissipates. It is one of them things where it's just an escape, and I just every morning, every single morning of every day of the week, I get up probably about 30 minutes or so before I actually have to get up so I can listen to music. Every single morning for half an hour I'll stick my headphones in and put my iPod on and just listen to music, and I will still be doing things around the house or doing whatever might need, like pottering about and doing the dishes and making breakfast and stuff, but with headphones in, so it's just me and music and calm, and it just makes me feel good. Number 3 is something that people are just going to go, yeah, right, of course you're going to say this because that's what you're supposed to say. But personally, for me, doing yoga really chills me out to the point where I'm like almost comatose, like, oh, I'm so relaxed. And I know it's like, oh, do yoga to relax, it really helps. For me personally, it makes me feel calm and collected and sleepy and stretched and just good. And I know this isn't true for everybody because Chris has actually started doing yoga with me and he hates it. But I personally, I think it's more the breathing rather than the actual exercises that I enjoy. I'm not one for being able to just sit and breathe because my brain doesn't shut off enough to be able to do that. But while doing yoga, I can just concentrate on the poses and breathing in and out of them and just relax and calm, and it really does help me. Tip number 4 is probably something that is extremely personal just to me, but it is something that really sort of helps me calm, and that is to bake. I used to bake an awful lot before we moved into this house and we lived in our first flat. All the time I would be baking cakes and cookies and everything, and I used to really enjoy it, and it was just nice just to do something that I really enjoyed that wasn't stressful. I sort of, when we moved in here, it's a big difference from moving to a flat into a house, and I've just not been baking. Recently I've got back into it and I'm like, I just want to bake every day, and if I'm feeling a bit stressed out or like I've got too many things to do and not enough time to do it, I will take an hour just to myself in the kitchen with my iPod or with Netflix and just bake. I don't know why I find it so soothing. It's just, whether it's because I have to concentrate on something else or whether it's just because I enjoy it, I don't know. There's just something really soothing to me about baking. I suppose it could be transferred onto anything. If you have a hobby that you really enjoy, if you're feeling stressed, allocate a specific time to do that hobby that you enjoy, because sometimes things can just get pushed back and you forget to actually take time for yourself. Whether that's what it is, or whether I quite like measuring and mixing and making everything precise, and whether that's just down to me being weird or me because I like things to be done in a particular way, and if the world around me is crashing and I can't control it, I can control baking cakes because I can do that. So whether that's what it is, I don't know. It just really chills me out. Baking cakes is good. My last tip number 5, again, is more based on the keeping yourself distracted maybe, or doing something else to de-stress. Now this again, I don't know how to say it because I know people are going to just be like, what? That's how you relax? But if I get to the point where, and I mean like really, this is like what I do if I am really stressed or anxious or anything, really I need to focus my attention on something in particular for a certain amount of time, then I clean my house. And I clean my house. I'm not as bad as I used to be when we first moved in together into the flat, and things were really crazy because obviously we'd just moved in together on our own. I used to be really bad at this. I don't do it anymore. I don't scrub the carpets anymore every day like I used to. The lighting looks like it's gone mad. However, if I'm feeling really stressed out and that I just can't, I will pick something in the house that needs sorting and I'll be like, right, I'm going to go and do this. The other day I actually did it. I woke up and was just like, today is not a good day for me right now. I'm going to reorganise the whole house. And I mean, really, in here it has been reorganised. Let me see if I can show you. Is that the right one? No, that's the right one. If you remember, I filmed a video over in the summer. There's a big pile of stuff over here. Now, oh no, it was the wrong one. Which one is it? That one. Now, it's all beautiful. That was one of the things that I did. I'm still in focus. So rather than just being like, I'm just going to clean, I actually reorganised furniture, and we took furniture down that was upstairs and furniture that was upstairs, down that was upstairs, and upstairs that was downstairs, and we moved our bed and gave everything a really good clean. And for that entire day I didn't have to worry about anything else in the world, because all that mattered was getting that job done. And I know that actually for some people that might sound more stressful. For me, focusing on a particular task, I think, is what helps. For me, I do enjoy sorting out and cleaning and things like that. I do quite like to clean everywhere. So for me, it is one of them things that helps me concentrate on something else and take time and not worry about other things. And I know it's a bit of a strange tip to say if you're feeling stressed, clean your house or sort your house out, because for a lot of people it's going to cause more stress than anything else. Personally, for me, it really helped. And that is it for this video. If you haven't been able to tell, I haven't been uploading at all like the past couple of months, or this year I suppose. I haven't really been uploading very much. And if you can't tell by this video about ways to stop being anxious, things have become, like I said at the beginning, quite difficult for me at the moment, with our holiday becoming closer and closer and closer. Things have become a little stressed. So I haven't been sitting and recording because I really just, my brain doesn't communicate enough to be able to sit and do this. But anyway, that's why there hasn't been many uploads lately, and that is one of the reasons why I decided to make this video, because recently I've been doing all of these tips all the time to try and relieve some of my stress and anxious thoughts and things like that. And yeah, I don't really like to talk about it. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you at least found some of the tips helpful. I know they might be a bit crazy, but as we know, my brain is a bit crazy anyway. So thank you for watching anyway. Make sure that you thumbs up and that you subscribe, and I will see you next time.